Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
I'm going to do that every time.
Is that too loud, do you think?
It's too loud.
I think you need to crank it up.
For who? Who's it too loud for?
It's too loud in my ears unless my headphones are, the volume's cranked up. I mean, I'm like bleeding over here out of the eardrums.
They might be too high for you, James.
Maybe. That was not a pleasurable experience for me.
No. You would never make it in a rock band.
I just wear earplugs.
Oh. Fair enough.
Hey, welcome to the Grab the Brisket podcast, guys. Hey, thanks for joining. We definitely appreciate the support. We appreciate all the love you guys been giving us. I mean, definitely follow us all over social media. Aldan's over here coughing up a lung. I hope he's okay.
I got that Rona.
Yeah, hopefully not.
Great.
He's been vaccinated. Thank you, sir. But yeah, thanks for joining us, guys. Hey, I'm really enjoying like our social media. That I love seeing people out there reach out to us and go, "Hey, shout out to these guys. I've been crushing the podcast episodes. Love it." Hopefully, it's something that we kind of strive to put out there for all what we call the people.
The people. That's
that
right.
they can enjoy a good barbecue talk with a good humor and
Right.
a lot of
I'm actually
non-topic
glad. I
bullshit.
feel like I've been on a fucking hiatus. I haven't been here for
You have been off for a couple weeks.
weeks.
You had a few other pressing matters that needed to be taken care of.
I did. And I hadn't resolved any of them.
Yep.
So
Yep.
I should have just been on, right?
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know.
Yeah, it was that laundry.
Yeah.
This is true.
Right. So how's everybody's week been so far? I mean, I know it's been kind of rainy and just kind of blah.
Very gloomy. Yeah, for sure.
I don't mind the temperature dropped down a little bit, so I'm good with that. But
Went to the beach last weekend. My son wanted to go there for his birthday, so
Yeah.
took him down to Galveston. We all got sunburnt, so everybody at my house is all crispy right now. Yeah.
Nice.
he's in Scouts, right? And you're in Scouts too as well.
Yeah, he's about
Or, I
to.
mean, you're
he's
a,
about to have.
Eagle Scout.
Eagle
Yeah,
Scout.
you would think that an Eagle Scout would know.
Is there a badge?
Bring some
Yeah.
goddamn
Kind of a
Sunblock.
No,
Sunblock.
what happened? We couldn't find any at the house. Then we went to the convenience store, and they didn't have any. And my parents were coming, and I was like, "You guys have sunscreen, right?" And they're like, "Yeah." And it's like, "Okay, great." And they're supposed to show up like no more than 30 minutes after us. They didn't show up more than 2 hours after we did. So we were just out there cooking the whole time. Had a plan, relied on somebody else. Result of me getting crispy.
That sucks.
So, what did you learn?
Don't trust anyone.
Never
Right.
trust
You
your
can only
parents.
count on yourself.
Exactly.
It's true.
I
It's true.
I pulled not similar, but I went out a while back. This is back when our good buddy Dusty lived on the street. So and he had a boat. So we went out there at Galveston Bay and we're somewhere out there, and we hung out. There's like a little sandbar that you can pull up to, and you can get out, and it's kind of behind the pyramids. What I'm talking about.
That was the
Moody
jelly
Gardens.
That was a jellyfish place.
Yeah, and well, I never got stung. I mean, I know some people have gotten stung, but yeah, I mean, it's always a risk right there. But I was like, dude, you see my pictures. You look at my pictures, and I'm white. I'm pale.
You know,
Like, I'm
pasty
just
motherfucker.
Too much Irish in my blood. I don't know what it is.
You're clear.
My brother obviously got like a different gene or something that made him tan like a mofo. I don't know what it is. Anyways, I get out there and I'm always subconscious
Two different
about
fathers.
Twins from different fathers.
it. Right, yeah. But definitely don't want to do a 23andMe. So I get out there and I'm always subconscious about me being so white. I'm like, dude, I just want to tan up a little bit. I'm tired of being just so pale white. And I don't want to go get spray tan or anything like that. So I had the bright idea. I'm going to get there and I'm going to maybe not put sunblock on for maybe the first like 30 minutes.
Because at this point realized
I'm just going to soak up just a
Fuck
little sun. It might have been 20 minutes, 30 minutes. I'm just going to soak up a little sun, and then I'm going to apply sunscreen just so I can get a little color. You know what I mean?
Did you get some color?
I got a lot of color. I got too much color,
Got
damn.
burnt?
A lot of shades of red.
I got.
They don't take long.
I got. It didn't. I was like, I mean, you got to be out there like an hour or 2 hours or 3 hours to really just get being right there in the water with the sun reflecting off the water and the sun beating down. It took 30 minutes. It took 30 minutes to lay that nice base layer of burnt.
Yeah.
And then I applied sunscreen thinking that it's going to protect me for any further sun.
You're
I
already
won't
burnt.
get any more red than this.
Exactly. I was going to shut off that shade of red. And by the time we got done, of course I drank beer, and we drank, and we had fun, great. I think this was like maybe I don't know if this is a trip or not, that we had issues with, God, I know Dusty's listening to this, and he's like, damn it, this is a story. I remember us trying to, I don't know if the boat ran out of gas or something happened. We had to travel, we docked at some type of marina or some type of subdivision. We tried to walk out to meet Dusty or meet Janae or whoever it is, because anyways, I'm going off a ramble fucking story, but we get in the car and I'm like, I'm hot, I'm done. You know what I mean? I'm like,
I don't feel good.
I don't feel good.
I got a fever.
We're like, we're gonna stop off at Whataburger on the way back.
Weren't you laying down like in the grass somewhere?
I'm getting to that.
Okay.
Yeah. So we're like, hey, we're gonna stop at Whataburger on the way home from Galveston to Pearland. I'm like, yeah, that sounds great. I need some food. So by the time I got into Whataburger, I was like, straight to the bathroom. And I'm like, oh, I don't know what's happened to me. I'm like splashing water on my face, and I'm like, I might have thrown up. I don't know.
Sun poisoning.
Yeah, and I'm like, I get in there, we get food. I think I don't remember much. I do remember pulling up to the house and opening up the door and just falling straight out the door onto the side, not the sidewalk, but the little patch of grass that we have right there by the sidewalk, and just laid there for a few seconds to catch my bearing, my wits or whatever. Yeah, sun poisoning. Just too much sun, too much alcohol. I was probably dehydrated. I was like, but that first 30 minutes got me, dude. Hey, don't do it, folks.
Would you compare
Public
that?
service announcement.
Yeah, would
Don't
you
do
compare
it.
that to? Because you said you didn't think it could happen. Like, all right, so you got a steak or a piece of meat you're putting on the grill, right?
Yeah.
It's already very hot. So you go put it back on. What's going to happen? It's going to burn, right? That's basically what happened to you.
I basically reverse seared myself.
Yes.
But I left it on too long. I left myself on too long.
Recipes on the website.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. What not to do. So,
Well,
fun little story. So,
how the hell is everybody else's week, man?
yeah, John moved off the street.
I'm no
John
longer
did
on
move.
TBC.
He
It was
did
good having you
move.
on the podcast while it lasted. I'll be the one in charge of hitting the play button from now on.
Yeah.
Hey, we actually did your job while you were out of town.
This is true.
Did
so
you?
easy.
Did you? How did the editing go?
It's easy. I just gave it to you. Just told you to do it.
I think there's
no.
like, is there a TBC card, lanyard, the keys that you have to turn in somewhere?
Yeah.
You got to wrestle it away from me.
Right. Technically,
Hey,
he
I
still
get it.
lives over here. Technically.
Definitely. Yeah. Hey, super excited for you, and cheers a glass and say congratulations on the new home.
New house,
that is
man.
fantastic. It's
It's a beautiful home, by the way.
Taj Mahal over there.
So
Yeah.
much work to do
Beautiful
over there.
home.
It's like a bajillion boxes of things.
That's why you
You
keep
gotta-
inviting people
you
over
gotta
there.
unpack.
Note to self: don't
Yeah.
go.
Right.
No, Aldan and Amanda were over there, I think, 2 nights in a row while I was out of town working,
Nice.
helping unpack and do other stuff over there.
Very cool.
I do love, I have to brag on him. He's got the goddamn glass washer. That thing is legit.
Have you guys seen these things?
Yeah. Yeah.
They're like next to your sink. You just put your glass on it upside down. And it like,
Shoots a stream up
Sheds
there.
Like they got
water
some
right up in
bars
there.
and stuff like that.
yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yeah, it is very cool.
It's like a bidet for glasses.
Pretty much.
Yeah, well, you can use it on. Yeah, never mind.
You can't.
Hey, let's not leave the GL out of this glass.
Right.
You know what I
Right.
mean? So,
No ass.
Yeah, it's not gonna be ass.
Yeah, you get it, Matt?
Yeah. I just wish I didn't.
Aldan had surgery yesterday.
I did have surgery yesterday.
Surgery. Him and he couldn't stand that Mandy had this scar. He's like, I got to get me one of those. So he goes out and gets an identical scar on his arm.
Pretty much.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
There
Hey.
goes that football career.
I know. And I told you how it started. It's all those 12-ounce curls you've been doing, putting that pinching, that puts a little pinch nerve.
Well, it's both arms.
You drink out of both hands. Come on.
That's right.
Double
Are you
fisting.
left-handed? Because you're holding that beer in your left hand right now.
No, but I can tell you what. I think for the first time in my life, yesterday, no, actually today, I ate a taco with my left hand. That is the weirdest shit ever.
Feel like somebody else is feeding you?
Yes. Like the fucking juice is dripping out the backside and I can't stop it and I'm trying to eat the rest of it was awkward for sure. So I learned that. I hate eating tacos with my left hand.
Aldan is also the only person I've ever met in my life that actually had went under for surgery, got out of surgery, went to Gringo's and had 5 margaritas.
You
Yes.
did not.
Yesterday.
I don't
yes.
think you're supposed to do that, are you?
I don't think so. That kills brain cells.
Look, they say you're not supposed to drink at all, so what's it matter?
Dude,
Yeah, I guess if you're gonna have one, you might as well have 5.
Yeah.
I know. You're the only person I've never met who's ever done that, and you're still
I
here.
was ready to go.
So
Like,
what?
I think Aldan's smarter. Look at
Hey,
him.
what I'm saying here, people, when your doctor says don't drink
Ain't any
after
dumber.
surgery, it's a lie.
But he did not tell me that.
He doesn't want you to have fun.
All I know is, I went into surgery in one gown or whatever.
Yeah.
When I woke up, I was in a different one. I was like, well, goddamn, when did they switch me out?
Yeah, they.
How
Whoa,
much did they
hey,
see?
yeah.
I don't know.
Put you like you're like a little pinata up there.
Was your butt sore?
Everybody got turned.
Yeah.
Damn.
Did they? How long did it take you guys? Did they count it out? Did they do the 1, 2, 3 when they gave you? The,
Yeah, so the
medicine?
guy told me, he's like, I'm about to give you a cocktail. I was like, all right, cool. And
I'm just a Bud Light guy.
yeah, right. I don't need a glass. Just just give me a shot, whatever. But no, he told me, he's like, I'm gonna give you a cocktail. I was like, okay. And so it wasn't soon after that. I was
Did you try to fight it at all? You're like, I bet you I can stay awake a little bit, or just like you're just like weird.
no. I'm gonna tell you the greatest thing that happened yesterday was what I hated. What I was more nervous about was the goddamn IV. I hate that needle.
Yeah,
I don't know why. They fucking numbed that shit yesterday. They lidocained it, sprayed it, and then she injected it and put a
Needle
I
in there?
never even felt the
needle going.
the needle going. That was
Yeah.
the greatest. I never even heard of them numbing you up before they put the IV needle in there.
Yeah,
That was
yeah.
the greatest.
Yeah, I don't know.
Technology,
It
and
didn't really bother
just
me.
Going, yeah. I mean, it stings a little bit. I think it's really a problem for people that are a hard stick. Like my wife is a very, very hard like stick. So they get in there and like jab like about 8, 10 times, in and out.
And they move it around, and
Yeah,
I've had them do that to me before. They stick it in there and they can't find it, and they stick it in, and then they move it around in your arm,
Yeah.
and they're like, oh,
and you're all bruised up.
yeah.
Yeah, but that was so. Once that happened, I was like,
Yeah.
"Oh, that was the hardest part of surgery because I'm gonna be asleep for the rest of it, so I don't fucking care." And when I wake up, I'm gonna have me some drugs in me, right? But
And then some margaritas.
and then some margaritas. So but yeah, it
Tell
was
the doctor, I don't need any pain meds.
right. Well, the good thing is I got to do the other one in 4 weeks.
nice.
Yeah, do the 5 margaritas on your way to the hospital
Right.
next time.
The, the doctor is going to be like, so Aldan, I'm going to prescribe you, let's see here, we're going to get you a round of Tylenol 3, and then I'm also going to throw in 5 Gringo margaritas. So
And that is actually what they
prescribed.
prescribed me, the Tylenol 3, which I haven't got yet. So
Yeah,
Well, you probably don't need it if you ain't got it yet, right?
no,
They don't want to give you them narcos, man.
I know, but
that's all right.
I hadn't been in too much pain, so I'm
That's
good.
good. Awesome.
So I keep myself liquored up a little bit.
It's good for the nerves.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Drink water.
So let's talk a little bit. Do we want to get into barbecue talk, or do we want to go right into
Let's
the
do
beer review?
Memphis in May and then beer review.
Okay. We want to talk about the chicken that Matt cooked?
Oh, I guess we could.
Yeah, let's talk about the chicken, then we'll go to beer review, and then after that,
you
we'll
Matt's barbecue fail.
we'll touch on the.
Did you fail? I didn't get to try it, so.
Well,
winners-
it's like
winners of Miss
I don't
May.
know, a half kind of fail, a half win.
Wouldn't have fell.
Yeah.
Was on a fell.
But it's the same chicken I talked about in the last episode, because I had mentioned that my plan was to bring some over so James and everybody else could try it out, but my family had just destroyed the thing and there was nothing left of it. So I was like, okay, I'm going to cook it again just so you guys can try it. So I came over here and cooked it, and it just didn't quite turn out the same way. I think the heat was really high and the Weber thing was like 500 degrees. So one of the halves of chicken cooked in like 45 minutes. And then also I forgot that I put the Sucklebusters finishing sauce and then the barbecue sauce on it last time, and I
we
totally
did
forgot
not
to do that this
sauce it.
time. Yeah. So we just ate the one that cooked in 45 minutes, and like the consistency wasn't right. I mean, it didn't taste very good. It wasn't that great.
I thought it was pretty good.
I wouldn't have been
It was
a fan of
definitely edible. It was definitely good chicken. I think you're being hard on yourself.
if you had been at the judging table and that came to you, what would you have given it? 1 to 10?
Maybe a 6.5.
I think that's fair. I wasn't a big fan of it. But the other one, after I was like, oh, damn it, I forgot to put the sauce on it and everything. And this was also the piece that actually took like the full time, that at least an hour.
Right.
So I put the finishing sauce, I put the barbecue sauce on it, let it sit, put it in my refrigerator, popped it back out for dinner one day, and it just freaking came out fantastic. So that just means I have to now cook a third chicken so that you guys could try it.
I love this.
Finally,
I love this.
That
Finally get it
finishing
right
sauce
this
is
time.
pretty good.
Yeah.
If you want to be successful and you want to nail it down, yeah, you definitely. It's like we had. Remind me of the gentleman from Rogue Cookers on
Yep. Doug Scheiding?
Doug Scheiding. So his deal is like when he's doing chicken and practicing and trying to nail it down, you do it over and over again
Yeah.
every weekend. Like your
Yep.
your friends and family are gonna get tired of chicken,
Yeah,
but you have to do it to nail out those flavors and that process and that time and stuff like that. So, yeah, kudos to you, Matt. And
Take notes.
well,
notes
that's
for
what
sure.
I'm doing now. I'm taking notes because the reason that one took 45, I think it's because the grill wasn't on level ground, and so the one that took 45 minutes was a little bit higher. So I think it was getting a lot more heat than the other one did. So, and then James also brought up some good points, like pay attention to the weight of the chicken I'm buying. So we get like the smaller ones that we're more likely going to use at a competition. So I get more used to that kind. That was a good piece of advice I didn't even think about. I was just like, I'm just going to buy a chicken. You know?
Right.
a lot of people just go, I'm going to buy the biggest, not the biggest chicken, but I'm going to buy a big chicken because I want to feed a bunch
I
of
want to eat a
people.
lot.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
I want a lot of whatever.
And if you
So
practice on that all the time, then you go competition. Now you probably
it's gotta fit in the
overcooking it,
box,
you know?
yeah.
it won't fit in a box.
Right,
That
yeah.
big ass butt won't fit in a box,
Yep.
and you're going to be in a little bit of a hard time. So, we got a competition coming up in probably a week or so. Probably this is going to air afterward.
Next weekend, yeah.
Yeah, maybe afterwards. I'm not really sure, but you guys are going to be right there along with us in this journey of competition. So we're definitely going to be talking about what's going on with our competition and
Yeah, and it's going to be our first one
the
as
dues-
Grab 'em in the Brisket.
the do's and don'ts and
That's right.
the trials and tribulations and the fun stuff that happens at cook-offs.
Hopefully I think we'll be able to do some lives out there.
I think so.
Do some videos showing our step-by-step method of what we're doing, how we're doing things, how we're screwing up.
Yeah, may just get a camera and a tripod, just set it up in the corner and just
Have a live,
it go live and-
action
right.
on the
that
grill the
people
whole
can
time.
just like tune in and
Yeah.
watch us, and we can go over to it and talk to the people. I don't know. Just
Yeah.
thinking.
Love it.
I like it.
Well, we don't have to go far to talk
John
to our
may not
next
make it out there.
competition.
Are you going to make it?
I don't know.
Okay.
What? What do you mean you don't know?
My son is graduating from high school.
You got like 8 other kids that you can go to their graduation.
Yeah. Is
true.
he graduating Friday or Saturday?
Friday.
He already
Okay.
graduated from college. So you don't have to watch him graduate from high school, right?
Well,
That's a good
My
point.
folks will be in town too. So,
Oh, so you got somebody to watch them for you.
they love cook-offs.
okay. So let's roll this right into
This is
the
in the grabbing the brisket.
got a good one on tap tonight.
John, explain to the guys what we were doing right now. Which beer is this?
This is the Pabst Blue Ribbon.
Say it again.
Pabst.
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 Blue Ribbon. I've actually never had one of these.
I probably have, but I can't remember. I was way too long ago to remember. what this was.
I call him PBR myself, but I like them.
Yeah,
Didn't we-
you and everyone else.
Didn't we test?
TBR is a draft beer that's pretty staple in
Yeah.
a lot of like Texas.
The official
towns.
beer of Clint Eastwood.
Yeah,
Right. And he's drinking those during the
even though it's
Gran Torino.
Gran Torino. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
established in Milwaukee in 1844.
I don't. We may have done it on the podcast. We may have just done it hanging out here in the garage. But I remember we had the PBR coffee. You guys
Correct.
remember drinking that?
Yeah,
That was awful. that was really bad.
awful. I do remember that. The can, it's iconic, right? Everybody's seen a PBR, right? So, I don't know much to say about it. It's
Red, white, and blue. Yeah. Got a big old blue ribbon on the front.
So you like the can?
Can's American.
Tastes like a good
That's what it looks
American
like.
beer.
Looks like America.
yeah. It's like this is the original Pabst Blue Ribbon beer, nature's choicest products, provided its prize flavors. Only the finest of hops and grains were used, selected as America's best in 1893.
It was a good year.
Thank you, James.
It was a great year.
It tastes that old.
And what's the born on date? 1894?
Yeah.
Tastes a little skunky.
Is it? Let's try it. Let me try it.
No, it's not bad. It's good.
It's weird. It's like they just took like a Coors Light or something and like added some kind of. I don't know what the flavor is. I can't
it's
tell
a
you
little
what
something.
herb. I don't know.
It's a little bit, a tiny bit maltier.
Yeah, it is.
I wonder. So who owns Pabst? Does it say? It's just Pabst Brewing.
No
That's
one.
all they.
Yeah, they own themselves.
Okay. I'm sure one of the big two. Is it big two? Trying to swoop in there and buy them up, and they're just like, "We ain't selling.
We're not selling.
You can't buy us.
Get off my lawn.
Can't sit here."
I like how it says Union Made.
I was
on
just
the
about to
side
say
of
that.
it.
Let's say Union Made right there.
Okay.
How often do you see that on a
Dude,
beer?
I'm surprised these beers aren't like $50 a piece being union made.
Right. There's like a 10-year. Like,
Can't fire me.
who wants to go? Who wants to go with this first?
I don't know.
Can
I'm having
I-
a hard
can I-
time.
can I go
You
first?
please
Go
go
for
ahead.
it, yeah.
Yeah.
We got John's friend flying over real quick.
Yeah, I'll go second. You go first.
Pilot Steve.
It's a good beer. It's definitely got a little tang. It takes more than one drink. Obviously, I was drinking a different beer before this, anyways, right? So, third drink in,
Definitely
It's
fuller,
smooth.
fuller flavor than your regular light beer.
yeah, it's a good beer. I'm gonna go 6.9.
Nice.
6.9 beer.
6.9.
Good solid
Nice.
score, Jan.
Yeah, that's pretty legit.
That's a nice reverse beer.
Aldan.
I like it. 6.9. Okay. I like it as well. I'm probably going to be right there around with you, man. 7.0.
Jesus.
Shit
Yeah,
eating grin.
No, it's good. It's one of those beers like you drink it, you're like, there's something about it. I mean, I get why people want to drink it.
You know, I've had PBRs before. This exact one that we're drinking, and I've had it, and I would have given it like a 2 because it was just, I don't know, maybe. But this is like the freshest PBR I think I've ever drank. It's like it's probably like the best tasting one I've ever gotten.
That's the original.
I
Me
mean,
too.
I've had the original before, but this is
Probably
like
just depends on where you get it. I mean, you pull out
Yeah.
you pull it out of a gas station. It's been sitting there for like freaking 6 months or whatever, and
yeah. I'm thinking that's the case. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and give this one a. I'm gonna give it a 7.2.
Nice.
7.2.
That means we're averaging about 7.1.
But like I said, I've drinking these before, and I would have been like, oh, that's like a
this is not bad.
2.2.
Yeah,
you know,
not bad at all.
This is, I don't know, this one's pretty good.
Yeah, it's good. This is such a, I don't want to say middle of the road beer. It's just, it's good.
That's kind of what it is, right?
good.
It's
not
it's
bad.
doing what it should be doing.
yeah. It
I
tastes
don't-
like a beer,
Yeah, right.
right?
Right.
Like if I go to a party or something and these are in there and I'm not familiar with some of the other ones, I might be like, I'm going to just grab a PBR. I think that's a safe beer.
Yeah.
That's your
Yeah,
personality,
hey.
huh?
Yeah.
Play it safe.
I saw my
No
grandpa
risks.
drink one of these one time. It was good then.
Right.
It's got to be good now. Whatever, right?
Shut the fuck up, man.
Matt's been on fire
Yeah,
today.
he's kind of hateful today.
That's because he's dressed like a goddamn Aggie.
It's my Austin Smokeworks
Oh, okay.
gear, you know?
It is.
Yeah.
It is.
Looks like he's sponsored over here.
If I keep wearing it, they're going to give me a free grill. That's
I
what's
think
going to
so.
happen.
Backyard models might be in the work. I'm
Right?
just saying.
I'll give it a
He's saying 3.
shit. I don't know, 7-1.
Hey, okay.
7-1. That's a good score.
And then, as is tradition, whenever we're all on the same page, James is going to come in and give it some like oddball, nowhere close.
So
to
we're
everyone
at
else's
6,
score.
9, 7, 7-1, 7-2.
Yeah, we're
right
all like within like
Oh, yeah.
0.2, 0.3 of each other.
We're all like right in a row.
6,
Go ahead and hit us,
7,
James. What do you
7-1,
got?
7-2.
I'm going to give this a 5.0.
Yeah.
I love it when it comes down to me being the last guy to review this beer. Let me just go ahead and tell you this. Pabst Blue Ribbon is actually a pretty tasty beer. I'm not going to lie, as Jan would say. 6.9, they get stitches because they are...
Bitches.
I wasn't going to say that, but
No.
the rapper, you know what I'm talking about? And he was
Yeah,
like,
6'9", yeah.
It was
Tesha. What's his name? Kesha?
Takashi.
Takashi.
Takashi 6'9".
Is it Takashi?
God
I
bless
just made
you.
that up.
Definitely does not deserve a 6.9. I'm definitely in the 6. I'm in the 7 range. So let me go 7.2.
That's the score I gave it. All right, hold on.
That's so nice.
We're all within, like... I can't
It's a good
be-
solid beer.
This
Hey,
is the
man.
most consistently scored.
Yeah,
anybody
beer.
out there in the land, if you just want a beer that just a nice, good, drinkable beer, I mean, yeah,
That's
go
what
ahead
this
and
is.
reach for it.
This
Yeah.
is a drinkable beer.
You know what I'm glad for? There's no fruit in it. There's no
Just
chocolate
tastes like
in
beer.
it. There's
no
no
sour.
sour.
sour
Yeah,
Skittles.
it's just a beer. That
There's
might
no,
have
like,
influenced my score a
freaking
little bit.
cereal in there. It's just I
It's
did
not
see.
blueberry
Hey,
flavored
not
beer.
to not to whatever, but obviously HEB is our little drink stop where we go find some of the craft beers that we pick up. It's kind of gone downhill just a little bit ever since our boy Beardo.
Yeah, we're missing Beardo.
He's gone. And whoever's taking it over now, I mean, they may be following us, they may be listening. They need to step it up just a little bit.
Yeah, just a little bit.
I saw a lot of pickle beers, like maybe three different types of pickle
Really?
beers, which I get it, but pickle fucker, we've already done that.
Whoa,
So,
whoa. Hey.
The best made.
Yeah.
Yeah,
the best made.
Best made.
There's
Good one.
another one, and there might be another one. But I'm just saying, hey, man, I think these guys need to step up their game and start exploring a little bit and helping us out a little bit.
I met one of the ones in there that took over, but I'll have a sit down with them. We'll get it figured
Yeah.
out.
Yeah,
You just look at him, you're like, you're not Beardo.
You'll get it ironed out.
we
All
should,
right.
we should have a meeting. So
That's awesome.
it's great. I mean, we definitely appreciate doing these beer reviews, and we love you guys listening along. More importantly, thank you for listening to the Grab and the Brisket.
Beer review.
Speaking of beer review, so I just did the math on the Shiner Bock review we did.
Ooh.
That's number 2 on our list right now.
Real of all?
Of all.
All time?
Shiner Bock's
Yeah.
hard to beat.
What's number one?
The
Oh, the Sublime beer?
Nope, that one's
Really?
number 3 now. It's the Ridiculous AF
Ah.
Vanilla or something. Whatever the Christmas one was from Saloon Door.
Wow.
And it's beating Shiner Bock by 2/100ths of a point.
Are we going to
Shiner
Saloon
Bock is-
Door? Like, for the love of God,
I want
can we
to.
please go there?
I'll try to get it.
I just
Hey,
saw they
did-
had some kind of peanut butter cookie beer that they just said they found a keg of and they were going to release it. And I was
Did
like,
you
yeah.
reach out to the people at? I sent you the emails.
No, I forgot all about it.
What? The worst they can say is no.
Aldan.
Chewbacca.
Yeah,
forces-
remind me again because I forgot.
Okay.
Okay, what is it?
Remind me,
He forgot. You got to
remind
remind
me
him.
of what you guys are reminding
Yeah.
to do.
Oh, so I work with a girl and her sister.
Oh, you're talking about
Is-
for St. Arnold's.
Yeah, for
Yeah,
St.
St.
Arnold's.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes. We'll reach out.
Have we done any St. Arnold's beer?
I think I think we
I'm
have.
sure we've done lawnmower.
We did their Christmas one, I think.
We've
Or
done,
maybe the
we've
Christmas.
done holiday ones. I don't know
Yeah,
if we've
the
done
holiday one.
lawnmower. I don't think we've
You don't
done
think
We
so?
haven't done lawnmower.
They are one of my favorite.
We need to do
brewers.
lawnmower because that's
Yeah.
a good one.
You know what's
Weed
great about
whacker?
them? They're independent and
It's the
they're
same.
just staying independent.
Mm.
They refuse to be bought out. Or anything.
No?
Yeah,
Oh, yeah, they are.
Carbach.
Carbach.
Carbach sold
got-
out.
they sold out to
They're not,
Anheuser.
People hate on them for that, but I'm like, why? Like
I
they
would've
got
done
into
it.
that to make some money,
Carlock's
and
like,
I bet they
And
did.
they made a lot of dough.
I'm rich,
Yeah.
bitch.
Yeah, exactly.
They made a
I would
lot
be
of
totally
dough.
fine with that.
Like I'm fine with
Fuck
it,
y'all.
but
Well,
I
because-
also appreciate when the independent brewers is like I'm sticking to my
right?
guns.
Well,
and saying,
Yeah,
I
totally.
appreciate
But
that.
I'm not buying any less Carbach.
It's not just so. Think of the name Anheuser-Busch. Like everybody's like, okay, whatever. They're American. Whatever. They're not American owned anymore either. They sold.
Right.
Anheuser-Busch sold out.
Yep.
It's InBev is the owner of all of these beers,
Mm-hmm.
and they are the world's largest beer owner, and they own just about everybody. So, like, think of all the beers like, what is it, Dos Equis? It's owned by InBev or whatever, right? So, our Miller Coors. So everybody's owned by somebody. So it is nice and refreshing when you see a company that's like, we're not selling. We like what we're doing. We like how small we are. We like the process we have. Now, I say all of this, and 2 years from now, they're owned by another company. I don't
Right.
care.
Well,
it's a cool place to go hang out.
Sure. Think about like balancings. Like if somebody came at them with like, "Hey, we're going to give you this much dough to sell out." If it's enough money, you'd probably fucking sell out.
Everything's for sale.
They'd be like,
Yes.
no, I got into this to make delicious craft brews,
Yeah.
not for money.
Yeah.
This
For the
honestly,
love of
honest
the
to God,
game.
this is like the movie Idiocracy, where everything just comes down to one giant
Brana.
store.
Was it Brano? What was it?
Brano.
Brano?
Well, you had what was it? Costco. Costco was like the
was guano?
the main store that owned everything. Mm-hmm. I mean, you go into there's a subway station inside their store, so you could travel all throughout this store. So it's like
I just started thinking of Demolition Man, where like the Taco Bell won the restaurant wars, and so every restaurant's Taco Bell.
pretty much. It's going to be Taco Bell,
I like Taco
Costco.
Yeah.
like Walmart's going to buy everything, and then Costco's going to consume Walmart, and then that's it.
It's what plants crave.
Right.
Hey, speaking of plants, I got a nice little story here.
Ooh, a little weed story.
I
All
love
right,
when
James.
this shit transitions like this. Okay, so I came across this article. Famous flower pops up at abandoned Bay Area gas station. Draws a crowd.
Famous flower?
Can you guess the flower/plant that just popped up randomly at a gas station?
Is it the one that that like takes like 5 years to bloom or something?
It might be.
What is that? It's the
Famous flower.
it's a flower. Basically, all you see is this stalk and a bud, right, or whatever. Just
It only
sitting
blooms
there.
every like 5 years or something.
It only blooms
That's
once.
what it looks like. It looks like almost like a palm tree fixing
tall.
to drop its like buds, but it grows up like that
That's right. So it looks like a Sega palm
until
fixing
it flowers.
That doesn't look familiar to me at all. What's it called?
Well, it's the. Let me see if it gives me the.
Wasn't this like Dennis the Menace or something? The
It
movie?
Right.
is. It is.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
well. It's known as the corpse's
missed
flower.
it. I
The
missed
corpse flower.
The corpse's flower. Yes. So this flower blooms only once in like 5 years or 10 years or whatever it is, and people grow them. They call it the corpse's flower because once it does bloom, it emits this like smell of rotten flesh.
Well, that sounds lovely.
Yes. And people collect them, and then wherever they go, you go to freaking not museums. What am I thinking of? What's the
Galleries, you
like,
go to-
botanical
Yeah.
Botanical gardens.
places that have these, and people flock to them. I mean, they wait for that time of the year where it blooms. So
It's
they
quick
can-
too. Like you can miss
Yeah.
it, right?
literally
now.
like a week or
Yeah.
I'm not an expert.
Not
but
like
I know
on
it's a
Dennis
quick
the Menace.
window.
But it smells like that, so it attracts flies, right? It attracts flies and other insects to come to it because that's how it wants to spread its pollination.
Correct? Yeah.
Oh, it's not like
So-
a Venus flytrap eating them or something like
No, it
that.
doesn't
No.
eat them, but they want them to crawl around and fly off and then spread the spores. So
All right.
yeah, so this showed up where?
The
At
gas
an
station.
abandoned gas station in the Bay Area.
Just sitting there,
Just sitting there. Yeah.
just ready to go.
Yeah.
That's
and
pretty
it says
cool.
like I guess they can grow up to be 15 feet tall. And you could smell them from half a mile away.
Oh, that doesn't sound good.
So everybody's like just thinking there's some dead body in this abandoned
Yeah.
gas station.
Imagine your jackass neighbor growing
Yeah,
one of these.
let's say, like-
and you have to smell that shit ass plant
Frank,
for like
the last
a
time,
week or
Get rid of the plant.
I'm gonna spray some weed and feed over there. If you
Well, I
don't-
guess you only got to smell what once every 5 years, where the hell it was. So
yeah.
But I think even if it's there for a week or 2 weeks, just open up the door and just smelling rotten corpse all
It's
day
in your house.
It's in your house.
It's in your house.
We would have problems.
Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna throw rotten meat over there. That's what I'm gonna do. A bucket of chum.
all right.
So that's
The
all I
more-
had.
the more
okay,
you
sorry
know.
about
The more you know. Hey, the more you know.
Let's get into a little bit of the winners and losers of the Memphis in May 2021. Mm-hmm. So
When are we going to go there?
Maybe next year.
We're cooking next year there. That's happening.
I
We
think
are?
So. We got to set the goals.
We're
Got to set the
gotta set
plans.
goals. Write them down. We're gonna cook there next year.
We're going
We're
to
gonna
fly
win.
up there?
Well, I'm gonna
Probably
drive
have
up
to
there.
drive up there. We'll probably have to pull
We'll
a kit.
drive.
You know, I know somebody who works for Southwest who can get us all free tickets.
And they can't carry the barbecue pits.
Yeah, they can.
Right. Well, speaking of driving, I wanted to learn how to drive a stick shift, but I couldn't find a manual.
Boom. Love it. Dad jokes 101.
That is the dad joke.
I was so excited. I was like, I can teach you, John. Oh, no.
Yeah.
It's just a stupid dad joke.
I feel like it's like a children's cartoon where you're just waiting for that one phrase, and then all of a sudden, just like confetti. Just
Well, I was totally trying to
bursts out
set you guys
everywhere.
up for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, how did you lead into it? We went from an airplane to I was trying to learn how to drive a stick
I
shift.
said driving. You gotta drive there.
Yeah.
Oh,
I said, we're
okay.
just going to fly up there. He said, no, we're going to drive. I was like, boom, got him.
Got him. There it is. Set you up. Dad joke.
That's awesome. So much
We need a
fun.
bell to go off every time
Ding,
a
ding,
dad
ding,
joke
ding,
goes
ding.
off.
Now everybody out there playing the grab the brisket bingo game, they just got that little
Yeah.
that little section marked off.
Every time I hear a dad joke, a dad gets a pair of New Balances.
That's great. I love that.
You guys want to hear the winners and winners?
Yeah,
of
please
go
the
ahead.
Memphis in May
Yes.
2021. This is the pork division.
Okay.
Now,
how
wait,
many
remind me.
divisions are there?
Yeah, I was about to say, because there's multiple pork
There's
divisions,
pork
right?
division. So you got whole hog, you got shoulder, you got ribs, and then you have the Kingsford Tour of Championships or Champions. And then there's the ancillary categories, which is beef, poultry, seafood, and exotic. Frank's Red Hot Wings and turkey smoke. There's also another ancillary category of tomato sauce. Mustard sauce and vinegar sauce.
Wait, hold on. So the Frank's Red Hot Wing category, you can only use Frank's Red Hot when you're cooking your wings? Is
No.
that how that
I don't
works?
think so.
I don't think so.
I don't think
Then
so.
why is it
call
called
it-
the Frank's Red Hot
Frank's
Wings?
They
Red
just
Hot
sponsor
sponsors it.
They put up the money
Oh, okay.
in hopes that somebody out there is probably going to win that thing using Frank's Red Hot.
I don't know if you're going to go through
I don't know.
all these different categories, but I
will
will
not
say
go
that
with all of them.
our friend from Hey Grill Hey, she was, I think, top 5 or top 10 in one of the sauce categories. So.
Okay. Yeah,
That's
they don't
pretty
give. They just give top 3 on the sauces. So but yeah, definitely shout out to them. Just glancing over the sauce categories. Tomato sauce. I mean, I don't know any of these people. Mustard sauce. The only thing I know from them is Blues Hog.
Hey, what? So Blues Hog has a mustard sauce?
Blues Hog has a mustard
All
sauce.
right,
so,
I'm buying it. I'm buying it.
Vinegar sauce. Colonel's rib and sweet swine of mine. I've heard the sweet swine of mine.
Those
I think
both sounds familiar.
they're in like Lowe's and Academy and stuff like that. Hog Addiction came in third as well. But let's get into some of the big stuff here. Let's get into some of the whole hog. So Grand Champion. Do we want to go just Grand Champion right off the bat?
yeah.
Grand
Let's see who
Champion,
it
Jack's Old South. I mean,
Okay, Myron.
Myron Mixon, just set it and forget it. Put it on repeat. I mean, those guys did it.
His 5th, 6th, 7th.
I don't know.
Does it say what he cooked?
Well, he got first in whole hog.
Yeah, he did whole hog.
Okay.
Hey, when you cook whole hog, what part is the judge tasting to judge your whole hog?
It's the butthole.
I don't know. I don't,
It's whatever you present to them.
yeah, you can
like,
present.
You just chop it up and put it in a box, or
Yeah.
how's that work?
Yeah, they come to you.
Okay.
Yeah, this competition, you set up the hog and it's presented, and they do all the greeneries and the veggies and fruits they make like a showpiece, and the judge comes to you and they sit down at a table with the pitmaster, and basically the pitmaster describes what he's about to eat, and the guy eats in front of him, and then he does the judging. And
They don't
scoring.
just come over with a fork and stab the side of the they're like you slice off a little piece and hand it to
Nope.
them.
Definitely not.
That's pretty cool. So you can pick the best part of your hog.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
give them that piece.
Definitely.
Okay. I'm learning.
Okay,
It's
so,
not
yeah.
the butthole, John. We're not talking about hot dogs here.
Honorable mentions. We definitely probably have a lot of listeners and fans that are probably on here. So, Hometown Barbecue, number 2. Yazoo's Delta Q, number 3. We got Smoke Master Championship Barbecue, number 4. We got the Beached Pig, number 5. Pickin' and Grillin', number 6. Dirty Old Bastards, number 7. Three Taxis Guys, number 9. Boar's Not Out. We've heard of those guys. All right, let's get into the shoulder. Number 1, Blues Hog.
Hey.
Blues Hog team, number 1 in the shoulders.
Have I mentioned I like Blues Hog? Have I?
Nope.
Let's
Never
go ahead and
mentioned it.
Let me tell you, I love Blues Hog.
honorable mention to the Mexico barbecue team, which is the pitmaker team,
Nice.
Really?
number 2 in the shoulder. Yep.
So wait, hold on. The Mexico pitmaker team? Is that what it
Mexico barbecue team.
is? Okay.
So they came in number 2, and they are the pitmaker team.
Okay.
Nice.
Very cool.
They actually, I talked to them the other day. They are interested in us coming out and setting up where they build their pits and doing an episode.
Dude, I'm all for that.
Very cool.
Yeah. Honorable mention, Cool Smoke. You got Tuffy Stone, 5th in the shoulder. Swine and Shine, Pork Illustrated.
Pork Illustrated, I like that.
There's just one team called Smoke. They got number
They're
10.
just called Smoke.
Yeah.
Smoke?
like
All right,
that.
ribs. Bluff City Smoker, Smoking on the River. We got South by Noon, BBQ, My Swine Championship Barbecue. Killer Hogs coming in there with the 6th place ribs. So Congratulations to Malcolm Reed. I mean, that's badass.
Why do I know
yeah.
Sauce by Noon?
BBQ's big, too.
Sauce by Noon. I
BBQ.
feel like we've competed against them. Am I crazy? That just sounds so dang familiar.
Maybe.
Natural Born Grillers. We got Killer Grillers, Jonesy Q Barbecue, and 10 Bones.
All right.
Kingsford Tour of Champion. First place, the Shed Barbecue, which we discussed last week when we were talking to Riley. She went by and checked out Brad Borenson,
She helped them.
Brooke. She helped, so I don't
So
know.
she probably is the reason they did so well.
Maybe. Yeah, I don't know. Hey,
So what is this category? Hold on. So it's
it's Kingsford Tour of Champions. I'm not really sure
I guess
what.
is that like an open category as long as you cook it on Kingsford?
It has to do something with pork, and I think it has to do something with Kingsford Grill.
Okay.
So, I knowing them, I've seen them do whole hog, so it has to be something with that related.
I think she said they did a whole hog,
Yeah.
so
Interesting.
Big Bob Gibson came in number 3 in that category, by the way.
Yeah.
We got beef. First, Salty Rinse Barbecue.
Salty Rinse Barbecue?
Salty Rinse Barbecue. Number 2, Firehouse 5. And third, we got Big Bubba's Barbecuing and Crew. Now, I don't know how this beef is Salty Rinse Barbecue. Is that Pinkerton's? I could swear to God that he sent out that they won the beef category.
You know, I don't want to sound too full of ourselves, but I feel like if we just showed up to Memphis in May and we did beef, we would just win first place our first try.
Definitely.
I feel like we would.
That sounds
We're
very.
from Texas. You guys are...
That sounds very bullish.
hey, you got to have that attitude, though.
Jan, you
You
told me to
do.
set my sights high, okay?
You do. I want to win.
Make a goal.
I'm just not going to be
No, we are. We're going to do that.
cocky.
No, we're going to be cocky.
Big Bob Gibson's won the Frank's Red Hot Wing category.
Nice.
And that's about it. I mean, hey, congratulations to all the guys that went out there and cooked.
And
That's
girls.
fantastic. And girls. I like
Yeah,
it.
I want to cook there. I want to cook against people, but I am no way, shape, or form saying that we are better than these people that cook in these type of categories all the time. I don't ever cook a whole hog. I don't ever cook. Why we do a pork butt, all the time and whatever else. But there's some good cooks out there, man. They
For
especially
sure.
they know how to plate that stuff. Me plating, like we're not IBCA, we're not used to any of that. That's
Right.
they garnish. There's a whole lot of things they get to do. I feel like we should go. It'd be kind of cool to go and just experience it all.
Mm-hmm.
Walk around and meet people and watch their process.
Yeah, take some pictures of how they're doing
Take
this.
some notes. Yeah, why not?
I'd
That's
like
how
to
you want
just
to
go
get
and
better.
just help some team out. Just go there and just
Yeah.
be Johnny on the spot, helping with the fire,
Well,
just to be around the whole thing.
It's,
I'm sure we can get some invites.
Heath Riles has been he'd been putting out a bunch of videos on his TikTok, just like very 1 minute kind of little videos of what he was doing up there in Memphis in May, and he was cooking the shoulders. Those things are a little bit different, interesting.
They have the collar on them, right?
They got still got the I guess the shoulder portion of it with the skin,
Right.
but they don't want to season and rub that skin down. So whatever gets on there, they end up cleaning it off to where it's like bare skin, and it ends up turning into like a different color than the actual meat that's below it. Does that make sense?
It's almost like a mahogany or a.
Right. And so they do it on purpose, but it's techniques like that we don't know that keeps us from probably competing and doing those type of categories as opposed to like brisket. Obviously they know how to cook brisket, but there's certain things that we do a little bit different than certain other people, and there's a reason why there's a lot of Texas boys that go to Memphis May
And girls.
Kick butt and
girls.
brisket, yeah.
And I'm not trying to exclude the girls, Jan, and I do appreciate you coming in there.
So when we
to
say
include
guys, we mean girls.
Yeah.
When
Hey,
we
you
say
guys.
girls,
We
we
use
mean them all.
guys.
We still mean girls, but
exactly.
I think we
hey,
just got to go back to calling them all the grabbers.
let's call me all.
the grabbers,
people.
all the grabbers,
The people.
The people.
the reachers and grabbers.
Yeah.
What is that? What is that? Grandma and Grandpa used to call the.
Don't say it, James. They're probably listening. Damn Comptons.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So we have the barbecue fell. Last but not least, we always got to get this out each week. And remember, when we feature your barbecue fell
Or win.
or win, a lot of times we like the fells.
We love fails.
you're going to get a free seasoning from Sucklebusters.
Yep.
Sent directly from them to you. You get to pick out what seasoning you want. They have a crazy amount of rubs and seasonings and whatever else. You know the routine. So, Matt, what you got?
All right, I'll let you decide if this is a barbecue win or a barbecue fail. I won't tell you.
Okay.
This is from Michael Ponzio.
Chef Ponzio. And
Chef
we've
Ponzio.
talked about him a little bit on TikTok.
That's right.
So he says, okay, so here is my barbecue fail story. I had a giant carousel smoker that could smoke about 60 pork butts at a time. The firebox was in the back of the smoker and covered the entire length of the cabin. In the middle of a smoke for a big event, the carousel went off the track and the rack started to lock up. 2 full ones right next to the firebox. I was tight on time, so I had to climb in the greasy pit to unjam the racks and replace the pins that snapped. I was a fucking mess because I was in there for 10 minutes, sticking my head out to try and get some air occasionally. I ended up sick from smoke poisoning and for a few days almost hospitalized, but the pork was cooked and rested on time and pulled beautifully. So, hey, that's a fail, but...
Hey, man, you
almost died.
You're one crazy person.
Yeah.
I'm going to tell you that right now. There's no way I'm not doing that. That's a barbecue win.
Yeah, right?
That's an epic win.
If it came out good in the end, it's a win.
It's a win,
Yeah.
but you probably have scar tissue now. This dude definitely needs some seasonings.
Anybody knows how to fail into a win. I mean,
Right, yeah.
That is
fall
I
into
will
a
die for the barbecue.
Right, climbing into the pit.
that is
Yeah.
super epic
yeah.
right there.
Yeah, it's not going to happen.
No, I'm not doing it.
Yeah, you're crazy.
can't
We'll let Aldan get in there, but
win. Yeah, that's a great story. Hey, we appreciate you sharing it.
yeah, exactly. You're getting some Sucklebuster rub.
there it is. Pick it out.
I suggest the chicken one. I've been using that one a lot.
No,
It's
no,
pretty
The
good.
Clucker Dust is amazing.
Yeah.
Clucker Dust
it
is
is.
really good, but check them all out.
Yeah.
Hey, this has been another fun episode, guys. Hey, I really enjoyed talking barbecue with you guys.
Peace.
That's for us now, right?
Oh, that's your exit? Okay.
Okay. We'll see you later, guys. Thanks a lot. We appreciate it.
Thanks, everybody. We've been great.
Dang it, Bobby. Just grab the brisket. Or we would like to give a special thanks to FOGO Premium Hardwood Lump Charcoal, Bolner's Fiesta Spices, CoolieNation Custom Koozies, Cambro Manufacturing, Yeti Cooler, the Smoke Sheep Barbecue Newsletter, and Texas Brew Hopper. We appreciate their support. Y'all guys go check them out.